The South China Sea, tense and unpredictable, is the stage for a high-stakes standoff. Two Philippine supply boats, the UNIZA Mai-1 and its escort, race to resupply Marines on the rusting BRP Sierra Madre, a grounded WWT ship turned outpost on Second Thomas Shoal. This battered ship is more than a relic. It's a symbol of Philippine sovereignty in waters China claims as its own. Suddenly, Chinese Coast Guard vessels appear, massive and imposing, moving to intercept. Their message is clear: turn back. You are in Chinese waters. But the Filipinos press on, determined to fulfill their mission and assert their rights under international law. The Chinese ships close in, churning the sea with intimidation. A water cannon erupts, smashing into the Philippine boat, shattering glass and injuring crew. It's a violent warning, aggression just short of open war. The supply mission teeters on the edge of disaster. This isn't a war game. It's real, and it's happened repeatedly. Each encounter is a calculated risk. China tests the limits. The Philippines tests its resolve. For the world, these scenes are a chilling preview of what happens when international rules are ignored. The stakes go far beyond a rusty ship. This is about the future of global order. Every confrontation risks escalation. For China, it's about dominance without war. For the Philippines, it's survival and sovereignty. For everyone else, it's a warning. The rules-based order is under threat. The world watches, knowing a single spark could ignite a much larger conflict. The Sierra Madre stands as a tripwire. One wrong move, and the consequences could be global. The South China Sea is a powder keg, and the fuse is burning. Why does this matter to you? Because the South China Sea is the world's maritime superhighway. Over a third of global trade, trillions of dollars, flows through these waters. The goods you use every day likely pass through here. If one nation controls this sea, it can disrupt the global economy at will. The Philippines is now the front line, standing up to China's expansionism. Manila's defiance is a test for the international rules-based order. In 2016, an international tribunal ruled in favor of the Philippines, rejecting China's sweeping claims. China ignored the ruling, challenging the very idea of international law. The world is watching. If powerful countries can ignore legal rulings, what happens to global stability? The US-Philippines Mutual Defense Treaty means every clash could draw in American forces. The US has clarified attacks on Philippine vessels in the South China Sea could trigger its military response. Every water cannon blast risks escalation between nuclear-armed powers. This isn't just a regional dispute, it's a global flashpoint. The Philippines' stand is a test of whether international law still matters. The world's eyes are fixed on this standoff, knowing the consequences could be enormous. The Philippines is no longer alone. The United States leads a growing coalition, reaffirming its ironclad commitment to Manila. American warships and joint exercises send a clear message. China faces more than just the Philippines. The UK's Royal Navy sails through the South China Sea, challenging China's claims with freedom of navigation operations. France, with Pacific territories, joins drills and patrols, reinforcing the international law China rejects. Germany, the Netherlands, and Canada increase their naval presence, showing solidarity. NATO's most powerful members are acting in concert, even if the alliance itself is focused on Europe. Their message: the South China Sea is not China's private domain. The world's leading militaries are drawing a line, here and now. This is about more than Manila. It's about defending the global system. The coalition's presence raises the stakes for Beijing. The Philippines' fight is now a global cause. The world's biggest guns are watching and ready. Why is the world rallying behind the Philippines? It's not just about principle. First, the South China Sea is vital for global trade. If China controls it, economies worldwide are at risk. Second, precedent matters. If China can rewrite the rules here, what's to stop others elsewhere? Third, alliances are on the line. If the US fails to back the Philippines, its credibility everywhere is shattered. Finally, this is a clash of worldviews, rules and law versus power and intimidation. The West defends a system where disputes are settled by law, not force. China pushes a vision where might makes right. The South China Sea is the main arena for this contest. Supporting the Philippines is about defending the global order. The stakes are universal. That's why the world is invested in this fight. The Philippines isn't just a victim, it's a strategic linchpin. Its islands form a barrier between the Pacific and the South China Sea, blocking China's path to the wider ocean. For China, neutralizing the Philippines is key to breaking out into the Pacific. For the US and allies, bases in the Philippines offer rapid access to regional hotspots. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement gives the US new sites near Taiwan and the South China Sea. The Philippines is also a diplomatic heavyweight in ASEAN, inspiring others to resist Chinese pressure. As a democracy and a claimant state, it gives legitimacy to the international coalition. This isn't outsiders meddling, it's about helping a sovereign nation defend its rights. The Philippines' resistance is the foundation for global support. Without Manila's stand, the world's response would be far weaker. Its geography and courage make it indispensable. The Philippines is the keystone in Asia's security architecture. China's ambition in the South China Sea is total control. The 9-dash line claims nearly the entire sea, overlapping with the rights of other nations. Despite a 2016 tribunal ruling, China pushes on, citing historical rights. The sea holds vast oil, gas, and fishing resources, vital for China's economy and food security. Strategically, it's a buffer zone and a sanctuary for China's nuclear submarines. Full control would let China operate its military assets with impunity, shifting the regional balance. Nationalism drives Beijing's determination. Asserting dominance is central to its narrative. The Communist Party uses this struggle to bolster legitimacy at home. For China, the South China Sea is about power, pride, and security. And it's willing to challenge the world to get it. Support for the Philippines is more than words, it's action. US-Philippine joint drills, like Balikatan, now include live-fire exercises in the South China Sea. Allies like Australia and France join, turning drills into multilateral shows of force. The US is modernizing the Philippine military with patrol vessels, surveillance aircraft, and advanced drones. These tools help Manila monitor and document Chinese actions in real time. Allied warships now escort Philippine vessels, raising the stakes for China. Joint patrols with the US and Australia, plus frequent visits from UK, France, and Canada, normalize Allied presence. Behind the scenes, intelligence sharing and special forces training boost Philippine capabilities. This cooperation makes Manila a more formidable partner. The message: the Philippines is not alone, and its defense is getting stronger. Every new exercise and deployment is a warning to Beijing. The world is backing Manila with real power. The South China Sea is a powder keg. One incident could ignite a crisis. China's gray zone tactics, water cannons, ramming, lasers, aim to wear down the Philippines without triggering war. But a deadly incident, like a sunken ship or a fatal attack, could force the US to respond under its treaty. Direct US escorts would put American and Chinese warships face to face. A miscalculation, collision, warning shots, could spiral into open conflict. Allies like Japan and Australia could be drawn in. The fight would quickly expand beyond a single reef. The worst case, the full-scale US-China war with catastrophic global consequences. That's why deterrence is key, showing unified resolve to make escalation too costly for China. Every confrontation is a test of nerves and strategy. The world hopes to avoid disaster, but the risk is real. The stakes: peace in Asia and global stability. The world holds its breath with every standoff. The South China Sea standoff is about more than rocks and reefs. It's the front line of a global contest over the rules that govern our world. The Philippines and its allies stand for law, order, and mutual respect. China pushes a vision where power dictates outcomes. NATO's biggest militaries back Manila because their prosperity and security depend on open seas and international law. The Philippines' courage has turned its struggle into a global cause. Joint patrols, advanced hardware, and treaty commitments are the rewards of standing firm. The United Front is about deterrence, not war, showing China the costs of aggression are too high. The world is drawing a line in the water. The rules-based order will be defended. The fate of a rusty ship now symbolizes global resolve. The message is clear. The international community will not stand by as the rules are torn up. The Philippines' stand is a beacon for all who value peace and order. The world is watching and ready to act.